Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stop what you're doing, pull the car over, take the food out the oven real quick, stop doing your homework, because over here is just hoops. I'm Amari, this is Darion. Man, men's championship tonight. Final four is definitely living up to the hype.
Yeah.
We got we got Florida, Houston later on tonight. Now, while y'all are watching this episode, you already know the winners. But we are recording this the day of the game. Want to talk? I want to start out talking about that final. My fault. Hey, my fault. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. Yeah, you almost forgot. That's crazy.
Hey, that's my fault, bro.
I was just sitting there waiting, but doing good. Like you said, the Final Four, living up to the hype, and we're gonna touch on it later, but women's as well.
Yep.
Good weekend of basketball. Always good to start the week off. Thank God, letting us see another one.
You're right.
I ain't got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, bro. I'm doing great myself. I know you ain't asked me. It's kind of
Oh,
messed up, but
I
uh, doing pretty good. Had our second spring game Saturday, won 3-2. Netted one myself. So all good over here. Great way to start the spring season. Got a tough one this weekend at St. Louis. So yeah, that's gonna be a big one for us. But yeah, great hoops all around. Final four, men, women's, all lived up to the expectations. We got some great games, a lot to talk about. But before we get into it, want to start out with Mari's question of the day. Just go ahead and get this out the way before we get into the college stuff.
Talk to me.
Now, this is more testing your trivia, testing your ball knowledge.
Okay.
So, the last 5 seasons, going back to 2021,
Right.
can you name the players that had the highest scoring game in each season?
Going back to what year?
2021.
2021. Okay. 2021.
Let's start this year.
This year, was it Jokic? No.
Jokic,
Oh,
Jokic 61.
that was the highest this year? Okay.
Yep.
Um, last year,
Last year, let me know. I'll give you hints if you start taking a little longer.
was it Giannis?
No, this
Last
game was against the Hawks.
it's the Hawks. Oh, Luca 71.
Luca 73.
73.
Luca 73.
Yeah.
Now the year before that, there's two guys that got this same number. This was a crazy year of scoring. Remember, yeah, 2023 was a lot of high scoring games, but it was two guys that tied for the highest point total in a game.
I want to say Curry and Dame.
You got one of them, Dame.
Okay.
The number is 71. I
Was it
can't remember who this is against.
was it I don't know if this is right. D Mitch?
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell 71. That's 2023. Now 2022 and two guys as well tied. Um, yeah, go ahead.
2022. See, vision starts getting foggy.
Yeah, this is where it started to get a little fuzzy for me too.
Um, I don't know.
There's a big, and a
Embiid,
guard. No, not Embiid.
a big and a guard. 2022, big and guard.
One of the crappiest guys in the league,
Three
Kyrie. The point total is 60.
against the Magic. Yep, I remember that game.
Yep.
A big.
Just got traded this offseason
80. No, that wasn't all season. Just got traded
to a
this.
contender, Eastern Conference contender. Got traded to an Eastern Conference contender. Come on now. Let's work through our bigs here, right?
Jared Allen. He was
Contenders in the
already
East.
there. It wasn't Jared Allen.
Obviously, no
And
way.
KP was
If
already
Jared Allen scores 60, I'll pay you $50 personally if he ever scores 60. But go ahead.
Is it KP? I feel like he was already there though.
No, not Porzingis.
Okay.
Porzingis been there obviously for
Cat,
years. Cat,
cat.
Carl Anthony Towns, 2022, 60-point game. And then the last one, 2021,
Garter big.
guard, 62 is the point total. I believe this was against the Rockets.
I feel like this was Curry.
Curry.
Okay.
But I think this is against the Rockets.
I think
You
this
know what
was
game I'm talking about?
I I believe
This is
so.
this is
Is this
still
the game where he
when
hit the three? He was like dancing?
I I think this is the game because I remember this 2021. Obviously, it was some fans in the arena, but it was like that the gap between the benches and like the fans was way higher. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, I'm pretty sure that's against the Rockets. I'm going to fact check that later. But I want you to guess two more: 2017 and 2016. Historic moments in NBA history. I feel like
2017 and 2016.
because at the time that this player in 2017 scored that amount of points, it was the third highest ever.
Tw- I want is one of them Kobe the game, his last game.
2016, Kobe,
Yeah, okay.
60. Yep.
And then
2017, this game was against the Celtics.
against the Celtics.
Come on. Come on. I need you to think here.
Against the
You know
Celtics.
that you know this. You know this.
Because of that, I mean, I'm gonna go, because of what you're saying, I'm gonna go Braun.
No.
Okay.
This team wasn't on nothing. This team,
The Suns. D-Book.
the son, Devin Booker, yes. Yep. Team wasn't on nothing, but D Book went out and
Oh,
gave him 70.
I forgot about D-Book. 70 a loss.
Yeah, and at that moment, like that was the number three highest scoring game ever. And now we just mentioned like four 70-point games after that. 70 plus.
Now, yeah, the league is I I mean, I forget who said it, but they said this is the league is in a good position right now. Like this is the most talent the league has ever seen.
Yeah, for sure. And we see that with the way that the standings are right now. I
Yeah.
know we talk about it every episode, but like, I mean, this is crazy. The graphic that you sent me earlier is wild. There's 5 games remaining, and teams 3 through 8 in the Western Conference can all fall in between any of those seeds still. Like that's wild.
It's literally a bloodbath. Like
Yeah, bro.
we've never seen something like this in the league.
In the league. And I mean the Rockets and the Thunder are chilling up there. I mean the Rockets could drop to three,
I'd say
but they can't drop lower. But I
you're right.
mean,
Yeah.
they blessed at this point.
Right. Yeah, the Thunder, they go on spring break, they good.
Facts.
But
That's the only team in the league that has their spot secured, the OKC Thunder. And even looking at this, it was surprising to me that the Cavs and the Celtics were so close
yeah,
together.
I thought the Cavs were cleaning the East.
Right,
It was a
right. I
possible
feel like
drop.
I feel like over this last like month or two, the Cavs have started to drop games quietly. I mean, they're 33-6 at home still, 29-10 on the road. They only lost 16 games, but the Celtics like, and we were talking about the Celtics having like ups and downs, like a bad season in their eyes. They've only lost 20 games.
That's crazy that that's a bad season for them.
That's a bad season. I feel like the expectation going into this season was for Boston to dominate and repeat. But I mean, for this to be a bad season, they looking real good over there.
They are, and I mean they haven't really been fully healthy. KP hasn't played a lot this year. Tatum was out with that ankle injury. I feel like Jaylen Brown missed a couple. So we haven't seen all their pieces be together a lot this year, and still only having 20 games lost.
Right,
It's a good sign going into the playoffs.
right, right. Yeah, and they've been gearing up going towards the playoffs. I feel like they've been playing back to their best brand of basketball as of late.
Yeah,
And for the East, scary. The Pacers could jump to three, which would then assuming that they win in the first round, we get a rematch there between Boston and the Celtic. I mean Boston and Indiana. Um, but I feel like for teams three, four, like any of those teams that are not playing one of them in the first round, it's a lose-lose situation. You either
Yeah.
go against Cleveland or you go against Boston. And it's gonna be an uphill battle for anybody. I feel like it will be easier for the top teams in the East to get to the conference finals than in the West.
I mean, I feel like that's usually how it is as well. Because I mean, in the East, you have the Bulls. Who else is playing?
Magic,
Magic,
Heat, Hawks.
and I feel like that's always the play-in teams. And
Right.
it's like those teams, they don't get any further than that. So it's like going into that, you're not counting them out, obviously. These are best players in the world, but you know that you have the advantage when you're coming off of a 20 loss season versus a team that's been in the play-in since it's been invented.
Yeah.
You know, you see those matchups differently, and you know you could take advantage and exploit that.
Well, I will say though, for the East, the teams that are in the play-in, well, Jimmy Butler's left now. We know the Heat were always a threat with Jimmy Butler in the play-in because of playoff Jimmy. But like there's a Trey Young in the play-in, which is scary because guys like Trey, Jimmy, they've shown that they turn up in the playoffs. And I mean, Trey took down the Knicks
Yeah, he
by
did.
itself.
He did.
I mean, he's shown that he can against Boston that one time. Trey, did they beat they beat the Celtics, right? I can't remember. I know that they beat the Knicks round one.
I
Um,
I think they went to the Eastern Conference Finals that year.
against who though?
I think
Was
they
that the year
played Boston.
Milwaukee?
Oh no, that was Milwaukee's year. Yeah, it was.
The what year Milwaukee won the championship?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I think that they did beat the Celtics
yeah,
that one year. I mean, yeah, Trey Young is definitely a guy that is gonna be feared, a feared matchup coming out of the play-in. You got the Magic with Paolo and Franz. I wouldn't count them out as an upset team, but they got to play the Celtics and the Cavs. So it has to be big performances from those guys in order for them to even have a chance.
yeah. And not to discredit Trey at all, but looking at it's like what the Pacers had last year. Like there was a lot of injuries that year when they were able to go on that run, and I think that was their chance to do something. And I know we talked about that. They had their chance, they missed it, and now they're like in a hole, kind of. But with the Magic, I could see the Magic being an upset team. It's just playing either Boston or Cleveland at seven. That's not a team you want to play seven times. They're going to
Right,
make adjustments and make the right plays when it matters.
right.
That's going to be hard
Yeah,
with younger
yeah,
teams.
that's gonna be tough for anybody. I mean, what do you think about the Bulls? Um, later in the season, they've looked like promising.
Yeah, they have.
But I don't know what the direction is for the Bulls, honestly. I don't know what's next for them this offseason. Who knows what they do in the play-in. Um, I don't see the Bulls at all competing with one of the top two teams. I see the Magic being a team that could upset, but I don't see any world where the Bulls upset anybody. What direction you think the Bulls going in?
Uh, I don't know. I think the move for Giddy was a good move. Giddy's a great player. Doesn't get the recognition that he deserves at all. Great player.
We know why. Allegations.
Allegations doesn't take away what he's doing on the court.
Yeah, I mean that. I'm just saying. You just talking
Yeah,
about the
I know.
recognition. I'm just clarifying why that is.
Well, we need to look past that and look at what he's doing on the court.
He's been hooping.
And then you got Kobe White. You know Kobe's a bucket. We
Yep.
see a lot of Kobe glaze in the internet a lot. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't feel like I don't know the roster off the top of my head. I know they got some young pieces.
Buzelis over
Who
there.
knows? Yeah.
Um, Patrick Williams is a guy. I don't know what they do with Patrick Williams. Bulls fans, I know, are like every year they think this is gonna be the year Patrick Williams has that breakout, but it hasn't happened yet.
I feel like at a point you got to give it up. The breakout's
At a
not
point, you got to give it up.
because I mean every time I see him, every time I watch him play or I check his box score with them, he is not making no noise or the hype
Right,
that he's supposed to have.
right.
So I don't know what they do with him. I feel like the fans and franchise love him too much to let him go, and that puts him in a tough position. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he could make a move with him. Maybe you could get something good back for him, since he
Uh,
still has potential. Or I don't know if that's just Bulls fans being delusional and wanting the best for one of their players.
yeah.
So I really don't.
Uh, yeah. I don't know what they don't draft well.
No, they
That's
don't.
they've had like they always fall around like the 6 to 8 range in the draft, and every year there's guys like some of the better players in the draft end up going 13, 14, 15. You know what I mean? Into the lottery, and at some like I know they got to be kicking themselves at some point because if you're in that lottery every year around the same spot and you're just missing and missing and haven't found a guy and keep seeing all these guys slip past you, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
gotta hurt. Like you gotta change something with the way that y'all analyzing these players, the way that y'all drafting. You know what I mean?
I do. Drafting is so hard though, like
Yeah,
because the average player in the NBA plays 4 years, and because
really.
because the game doesn't always transfer. So it's hard because you see all these great players in college. They're the best player on their team, second best player on their team, and you're like, okay, we take a chance on it. But I think the game not transferring over, but also you're learning a new position to become a role player at an organization. I think that also hurts the player sometimes.
Uh,
Uh, like whom Buddy Hield, he's had a good career, not a good career. He's solid career,
yeah,
but look at him at Oklahoma. He was primary ball handler, had a bag, and now he's just 3-and-D. So like you see players have to make that adjustment like that, and sometimes that's a hard adjustment to make when you're used to being the guy, and now you're just
right,
in the corner and you're just there to play defense.
right.
So sometimes it's just a mindset, personal thing, but
Yeah, yeah. There's not a lot of superstars in the league,
yeah,
so the odds that you're gonna get drafted and be a superstar are very low. But there's a lot of guys that make a career and have long careers doing two things very well. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And I feel like that has to be the mindset of more guys getting drafted. Everybody wants to make a bag, but it's not always about getting that first. When you get off your rookie deal, getting that first $300 million contract. You know what I mean?
right, right,
You signed 5 4 year $80 million contracts. Like, you set.
good.
You
And
good.
like
Great.
just you're gonna get paid if you do the right things that they want you to do. That's what's important.
Yeah.
And I think if you like,
Impact winning.
yeah,
Impact winning.
be you don't even have to stand out. Just you make a right play one time that changes the game. They're gonna look at that and they're like, okay, I
Right.
see what you could do, and they're gonna want
Right.
to continue to go to you, offer you, keep you around.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, bro. I mean, we talking to kind of about college guys already. We might as well talk about this Final Four that we just seen. Man, I thought I had it all figured out.
yeah, I did too.
I thought I had it all figured out. I was 100% positive Duke was going to the final. Um, Before the game, during the game, with 6 minutes left, I told my buddy, I was like, "It's over. Duke's winning." Boy, was I wrong. 7 minutes straight, zero field goals.
10. They didn't
Huh?
score since 10:30 left on the clock.
10:30. I
10:30.
thought it was 7 minutes. Wow.
Cooper
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Cooper hit
man,
the three.
bro.
That was their last basket of the second half.
Houston's defense definitely turned up. Like, I mean, the whole game, Duke was getting open looks. Duke was great possessions down the floor almost every time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, just like that, offense is gone.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can really say is like experience versus young. A close game. moment like that, not gonna say the lights is too bright, but people who've been there before, they can handle it a little differently than some of the younger guys that Duke has. And,
Right,
and I just think the moment got the best of them, unfortunately. But I definitely thought Duke. I had no doubt that Duke was going to the final
right, bro.
at
Especially
all.
after seeing the way that they played against Bama. I
Yeah,
mean, I thought it was raps. I thought Duke was the best team by far in this tournament. But yeah, March Madness, bro.
I mean, this is why I'm glad it was all one seeds. Like we said, we thought Duke
Yeah,
was the best team, but
yeah.
you got shown real quick.
Obviously not.
Yeah, yeah. 30 seconds is all it took to show.
That's crazy, bro. 30 seconds, just like that. I think that they had like a 98% chance to win on the ESPN. I know my buddy, one of my buddies bet on the game, made like $4,000
Off Houston winning.
off Houston winning
See, see, that quick.
that quick, bro.
Too
That's
bad,
crazy.
too bad we don't condone in that over here.
Facts. Yeah, never. Hey, wasn't me.
But literally that quick, you could just play something and now you're up because
Yeah, bro. Gambling is crazy, dog. Like, one, the risk versus reward. I wonder how much he put in to make $4,000, first of all. Because if that 30 seconds goes anything differently, he's sick rest of the night.
I mean, to be real, he probably didn't have to put in that much because they were down the whole game.
I mean, but he placed the bet before the game. This wasn't a live bet.
He placed it.
Like
Well,
to make $4,000 off something,
yeah,
it
not
either has to be extreme underdog, which we're talking 2-1 seeds at the end of the day,
yeah.
or he had to put in a lot of money.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, you're right. Two one seeds, and I was gonna say the numbers change like as the game goes. Like what you said, the probability of winning that also
Yeah,
factors. But
yeah,
bands for two one seeds going at it, he had to put at least a band up.
right, right, bro. Hey, couldn't be me.
Must be nice to have a band to throw around.
Man, I'm over there sweating hard, my whole life on the line. Yeah, bro, this dude tripping, throwing bands around.
I mean, nah, the gambling. Gambling. I mean, it's nice when you win, I guess, but I don't feel as if it's worth it. Like
I don't think so either, bro.
you lose way more than you win. And
Bro, it's crazy. I don't get how people sit here and put in bets every night. Like,
yeah, like
and you're not winning a lot.
you're not winning enough to where you're like, okay, let me do this again. Like,
Right.
and I don't know if it's just me, but personally, if I start losing, I'm like, all right, I'm done. No
It's
way.
over with.
No way I'm
It's
gonna
over
keep
with.
going.
Bro, I lose three in a row, it's over.
I'm not a charity. Like, I'm not just about to keep
Right.
y'all money. But yeah, I don't see how people. I mean, if you're like, I can see addiction if you're like hit, 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 hit,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
like you just continuously hit. I can
If you
see,
making serious bread,
yeah.
like, okay.
But if you place in a little $10 to win 30, like,
Yeah.
come on, bro, just give it up.
At the end of the day, there's other stuff out there that you could be doing to make money.
Right?
And sports gambling is not the best way to go about it
It's not.
because the odds of you losing money is greater than the odds of you winning money at the end of the day.
Do your homework on financial literacy.
Hey, we educating the community over here. Just hoops, just educational too.
Just educate. We do it all. Whatever you need.
We do it all. Um, but jumping ship to the other Final Four game, um, Auburn versus Florida. I was very happy to see Auburn go down. Uh, Florida, you can't talk about Florida without talking about that guy. And he did it again. And did you hear him talk in an interview about how he couldn't shoot before, like
I,
coming into college?
I did not see that.
Bro, he said like not couldn't shoot, but like he was like a 31% three-point shooter.
You would never guess that with his shot selection.
Bro, this dude be pull. I mean, and before he even gets hot, he's pulling from everywhere.
Bro, that corner three, pound dribble sidestep deeper into the quarter and just knock that. That's that is so difficult.
Bro, the first I forget how long into the game, early into the game, the dude comes down the court, comes off of the screen, pulls up from like sideline extended logo. Like, are we serious?
To have that green light in college.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
and coach just sit there with his arms crossed. Get
okay,
back on defense, y'all.
let me ask you. You're a lottery pick team, right?
Right,
You see this,
right,
you see Walter,
right.
2 wins in a row. Brought his boys back twice. Natty tonight. If he does it again, what are you talking to your team about?
I feel like this is a hard question to ask because one, who else is still on the board? There's
Yeah,
there's like because there's guys that I'm taking over Clayton Jr. Walter. You know what I mean?
right.
How tall is he?
6'2".
6'3". 6'3". Listed as on ESPN, he's listed as 6'3". So I mean, kind of a small guard in today's game,
Right.
but he does have the crazy clip that small guards need. Dame, Curry. Bro, I don't know, man. I need to know who's on the board. I need to know what position I am in the draft. Like, there's a lot of factors. I don't think that's a question you could just ask me on the fly. I'm not prepared.
Okay. Let's say it's late first round. He's still on the board. Do you take that chance?
What team am I? See, if
Uh,
let me think of teams in the late first round that I wouldn't take him. Well, I mean, honestly, the bigger risk is for teams higher though. Late first round are teams that are in the playoffs. Like
yeah,
they could take risk on draft picks. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because they're already a playoff team. But now, say the the who is somebody?
I'm trying to think of a team that could really use a
Say
shoot.
the Hornets take them
Okay.
and it doesn't work out. Now they just wasted a valuable draft pick. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Whereas if the Undertake them, if it don't work out, it's whatever.
I just asked that because I've like what I said earlier, uh, guys come into the league and their role gets changed. Coming in, he might not be able to, definitely not rookie year. He's not being able to get these shot selections that he has at Florida. And I think that can, if you don't have the right mindset, that can hurt a player and can alter their career.
Mhm.
So I was just seeing if you would be willing to take a chance knowing that factor. And I just want to see your opinion. But I mean, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 45%. Like that's an NBA caliber player.
Yeah, yeah. So do you take him? Well, he's a senior as well, and teams do like value that. I don't I don't like it though. I do think that like when drafting, young is young. Yeah, of course, 19-year-olds, you get more time to develop them and stuff. But we've also seen people draft 19-year-olds and they don't develop nothing. Like, 2 years they out of the league. Whereas somebody more experienced might have a higher probability of turning into something
Right. Yeah.
because their game is more polished already.
Yeah. 19 and one season under their belt versus 22 with 4 full seasons.
Yeah,
They understand the game a little more. And
right.
I think that can help transition to the pro level, transition to that game better as well. So, yeah, like you said, young is young. 22 is not old by any means.
Yeah,
So I feel like that looks a little better. I mean, it's hard when there's like guys like Coop and, who are
right,
just generational. But
right.
I think 22 with 4 seasons does look a lot better than a one and done.
Hey, before I ask you this question, speaking of old, I did not know how old Chad Baker Mazar was.
It's
Bro, he is like
seven.
25, 26.
This is yeah, I think this is seventh year, and he's trying to get
Like,
another season.
what are we talking about here, man? The the college rules have gotten so crazy, bro. Like, how is somebody in college still at 26 years old, going into year eight? Like, bro,
It's
how many gap years, red shirt years? Like, how many we allowing here?
because you get a red shirt, you get a medical red shirt, you could get
COVID year.
COVID, you get if you get hurt, and not even a red shirt, you could just get a since you got injured, you could get one of those years back. I think they got to put a limit or something on this because it's just gonna
It's
get
crazy,
abused.
dog.
But let me ask you, I thought about this the other day. NBA bringing back drafting out of high school. What does college do? Does that are kids still gonna go to college because of that bag they can get, or are they just gonna go?
I think because of that, the now players being able to get paid in college, I think it'll be a good mix
Hmm.
of guys going straight to the league and guys still going to college. So I don't think it will be over like college will be toast because of guys going straight to the league. But they would miss out on some big prospects. Like obviously we never got to see Braun go to college. Never got to see Braun in the college setting. There are some top guys that we never got to see at a college setting. But then again, like other top guys, might be thinking differently. Kevin Durant. Um, who else? Melo, D Wade. You know what I mean? These are guys that went to college instead of going straight to the league. So I mean, I feel like it'll be a good mix.
Yeah, I don't think it'll drastically change it. I think we will see. I don't. I think college is very essential. Like I feel like you need that year to just learn. Like obviously, I mean, Braun, one of one. He didn't need that college experience. He was ready at 16. But I think that at least a year at college, you could see the game differently because going from high school to NBA, that's a huge gap in basketball. Like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we've seen it work and we've seen it not work.
yeah,
I mean, Dwight Howard came straight from high school. Kevin Garnett, Kobe. Like, I mean, we've seen some greats come straight from high school and it work. And then I mean, we've seen some guys that it don't work. So I mean, you never know. Like, unless a guy is generational, obviously like a LeBron, you never really know. LeBron was ready at 8. You said 16. LeBron was ready at 8.
16 was just an example because that's when he started jumping from free throw line, dunking the ball, all that. But yeah, he was 8 might be generous. He might have been ready as soon as he touched the ball.
Hey, that picture, as soon as Gloria got him that basket, he was ready.
Hey, that's the I know she thinks about buying that basket to this day.
Bro, that's got to be the greatest investment of all time.
Like I would dream, I'd go to sleep smiling every night thinking about that basket.
Bro, she created LeBron James, dude.
She did. She created LeBron James.
Bro, she created LeBron James. Like the way she raised him, the things that she bought him, like she created LeBron James.
That's crazy to think about. If
That's wild.
one thing done differently, everything
Could be, we
everything.
would never know. Bro, that is wild. That's wild to think about, bro.
How quick one decision can factor everything,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That is wild.
Who you got tonight?
Uh, I'm going Houston.
Mm,
I don't think Walter. I think he will have a big game, but I don't think he could take them to the promised land. Not 3 games in a
mm.
row. Houston,
That, what'd you
Houston,
say?
Houston's defense, great defensive team. I think they'll have a solution to that problem right there,
Uh,
and they'll make everyone else beat them. I just think they'll overpower in the end.
I'm gonna go Florida. I mean, even though it has been the Walter Clayton show, the double bigs from Florida, I think, will cause Houston some problems scoring in the paint. Um, And I do expect another big performance for Walter Clayton. The hype, it's March. Like we haven't had a March guy, a March run, a March story. I feel like this is it. Every
Right.
year there's something. And I feel like this is the one. I think Walter's taking them to the promised land.
Just 3 games in a row.
You're right. Houston's defense is incredible. 3 games in a row would be crazy.
Three
But
games.
these are the things that can happen in March.
It is March, so yeah, I can't say it's definitely not possible. I think their defense will have an edge on them. I think
He
they
gonna get his shots up.
oh yeah, I'm not saying he's
He
not.
he gonna get them shots up no matter what.
He's getting up at least 6 threes, regardless.
That now, if one fall, he get going. Who know? Like
Yeah, he might start out 0 for 3, but that one fall,
that fourth one fall, he might go
Houston
3 for 6 after that.
Houston might, he might cause some trouble. But I think they're gonna I can see them denying their go ahead and just exile him out the game if he wants to put a
Make
shot.
everybody else make everybody else beat you.
Yeah, that's how I would
Yeah.
do it. But like you said, they're double big combo. It's not like nobody else on the team can score. They have
Mhm.
options.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a dogfight. I just think, I mean, defense wins championships. We've heard that since we were little. So
X.
I think that's
X.
gonna be shown tonight.
Hey, you want to do one quick bracket check before we get out of here? We haven't done a percentage check.
We can do a bracket check.
Um, oh, while we pulling this up, got to talk about the women's. Uh, UConn dominant. I mean, I don't even really have much to talk about. It was beautiful to see after the game, though. Gino's interview, that was, man, had me emotional, bro.
Yeah, it did.
Man,
It
that
did.
was beautiful.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I once Juju got hurt, I had them beating USC anyways, but once
Uh,
Juju got hurt, I kind of was like, I don't really see another team that can really compete with this UConn team. And I mean,
yeah.
they showed it. And once I saw Paige go for 33 games in a row, that also, I was like, yeah, she's in that mode. And ain't nobody,
Yeah, bro, they just looked like the best team by far the whole time. Like
yeah, they did.
nobody could mess with them, and it was the perfect way for Paige to go out, finally get that national championship. It was a Cinderella story, the storybook ending.
Paige to the W, man.
Hey, number one pick, undisputed.
I can't wait for her versus Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, the
The
stars. Hey, WNBA about to be loaded with stars, bro. It's
Yeah,
gonna be exciting to see.
it
People
is.
better tune in now.
Hey, don't don't hop on the bandwagon when it's too
Don't
late,
hop on the bandwagon when it's too late.
because they're coming, bro.
Hey, yeah. I got my bracket here. I got one bracket here with 88.2% with Florida winning.
I have one bracket here, 96.7%, but it's Duke winning.
96.7. What rank is that?
733,000.
Dang, 96.7?
Yeah.
I thought I was doing so on my 88.
No, nearly perfect. Just Duke winning, and that is,
Right.
at St. John's
So
winning. Who else? Uh, Wisconsin, Clemson. I
Clemson,
think that's
man.
it, actually.
Don't even bring that up to me, man.
Yeah, we're not rocking with Clemson.
But you got words of wisdom before we get out of here?
I do. Let me pull it up real quick. No one is you, and that is your power. Stay unique to yourself. Be true to yourself always, and don't try to be anyone else.
W. Reverend Watson. Uh, but yeah, that's it for today. We working on getting some possible guests on the show. Got some scenes. Y'all stay tuned for that. Stay on the lookout. Instagram, TikTok again. Once again, Just Hoops Pod. Yeah, that's about it. See y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.